two play 6 to 9 in 3, 2, 1. Pills.
Right. Good opening board for Riggs. Lots of places to put just kind of any pill combination. Don's is a little more awkward,
Oh, but
but
he started with the best possible setups that you could have with that. He got my favorite special at the beginning, the horizontal write down, and he's been playing this excellently so far.
yeah, and we expect nothing less from these players. Is he going to put this all the way to the right? He
Yeah, he
is.
got
Okay.
it. Yeah, Dawn sliding that all the way to the right. On medium speed, those are a
Yeah.
little
Yep.
bit easier, but very impressive pill handling. He does play on keyboard, and sometimes you can get that little extra push a little more easily, I think, but very nicely done.
I'm curious if he's thinking horizontal for these double reds up the right hand side of his board. He's got the opportunity to do so. And I wouldn't blame him at all for it.
But
But
Riggs added
yeah,
a 107. Very nice, clean end game. Now gets into a level 7 where there is just so much yellow and red on top of yellow and blue, excuse me, on top of this board. I'm seeing that red and yellow there, which looked like a misdrop, but now looks like a great setup if he can get the blue to make it work in column 7.
yeah. Meanwhile, it is Dawn coming in at a 118. So they are now both in this level 7, and yeah, it's looking really good for Riggs' play here. Again, I like the access that he's got to a lot of different a lot of different virus combinations, and yeah, it's overall he's getting better boards than what we're seeing for Dawn. Dawn though is finding really good ways of attacking the boards that he is getting, and yep, things are looking solid for both players. About an 8 virus difference.
Hmm. And Don looks like he's setting up for a horizontal on those reds. Now they are stacked in a double, but he did just take out that possibility. I guess there's a horizontal yellow going on. Yeah, I think he's got competing plans. Not quite sure where to drop those, but now clears column 8. I think that's the smart move because those reds were in a double. Doesn't tuck the red yellow, or sorry, red blue there as I thought he did, but he finally gets it. But wow, Riggs, quite a little bit of a lead here now. As
Yeah,
Dawn makes a misdrop at the top of that board.
yeah. Riggs was out at 238, and Don has now blocked himself off from being able to handle
Oh,
these horizontally. So, luckily, gets a couple of double blues, and in fact, oh,
oh,
that's gonna force him to.
oh my.
Oh,
This is
yeah,
this is spiraling out of control a little bit for Dawn. Now he's going to be able to undertuck, but now he has to build up to that blue from underneath, and he just needs to slide one more. Yeah, but if he had not been suave about that, if he had been a little too careless, that would have spelled disaster for that board.
oh, definitely. And honestly, again, this is where medium speed can be very helpful for a lot of players. It's why it's allowed and why a lot of our players still play it even at the highest levels. It's because you can get things done at medium speed that it's not necessarily possible on high.
Hmm. And meanwhile, Riggs here working through quite a little bit of yellow. Now, he could be. Yeah, this is just a little bit tricky. I would think I would go with the blue yellows on the left-hand side. He looks like he might be trying to set up reds horizontally, but it is just a little bit of a sticky situation. He's got to prioritize red in the center of that board.
Yeah, I think he got a little bit. Uh, oh, okay.
Oh, all
Was not
right.
expecting that clearance that way. I think he got a little bit focused on that one side, and it ended up taking him a little bit more time than he would have wanted to get through. But he is out at a
Mhm.
436, so giving Don a chance to get a little bit of a catch up on him. But so far, so good
Mm.
for if you're Riggs,
And
and
nice
Don was a great
timber
player.
from Dawn. Yeah. Dawn got that drop fat log, just needs a couple more reds and he'll be out. And he gets the last one out at a 453.
So let's see. About a 14 virus difference right now, although a lot of that is your early setups. Oh, that was not the place Riggs wanted to put that double red. He needed to slide it one over. He's also playing on medium speed, by the way. I did not notice that until just now. And looks like he's going to go ahead and handle those reds from the opposite
Mm.
direction.
And
But
the
yeah, not what he wanted.
Yeah, but Dawn, on the other hand, was holding out for quite some time for a horizontal, stacking all this stuff that, of course, looks like garbage to the untrained eye on top of those pills. And then it all dropped down, but he is having trouble getting anything going because he needs quite a bit of red ook.
Yeah, that's definitely the case there. He is now 9 viruses behind as Riggs is getting his way into this. Would have, oh wow, a double red there was exactly what he wanted. He does have this traffic light situation underneath a blue yellow pair on the left hand side. That is going to take some time to clear. But right now, unless it takes way more time than it should, things are looking good for a Riggs game one win.
hmm Now, Dawn is working on some nice low drop moves. Column 7 is going to be the tricky part for him at the moment. He is clearing this out, but it is not going to matter. Riggs out at a 638. Yeah, I think those misdrops and mistakes there in that level cost Dawn a good shot at this game, but he's finishing it out. Needs one more blue, handful of reds, double blue, great for him.
Yeah, definitely a tough one. Tough game one for Don, but at least he didn't get a over 7 minutes, which at the level of play that he usually has, that's not what you want to see. So
hmm
uh, it's you take any psychological victory you can when you've had such a rough level.
Yeah, and we have readies from both players already. Riggs looking to close this one out and get another round one win. And Dawn, of course, looking to give us all the Dr. Mario we can handle tonight.
We've got new crowns tonight. Have a
Yeah,
nice day,
yeah, they're
everybody.
they're cute. They're cute. I like them. They're minimalist.
Yes, indeed. All right, both players going, and look at this cross for Riggs, and he's got a horizontal setup as well. That is exactly the sort of board that he wants to see a game on such a strong player as Don. Although Don also getting a solid board, I like what I'm seeing from both players
Mhm.
here.
Yeah, these boards are really good. Now, Dawn might end up in a little bit of a spot because of how much blue is here on this board. And of course, blue being slightly less likely than the others, but it's still very pretty. It's a board where you can get a lot of plans going. And Riggs, meanwhile, speaking of plans, just storming his way through this, he's going to be able to build a horizontal on the reds in row 3 if he wants. It looks like he's going to signal that he's going to take column 8 out with low drop time, and he's out at 59 seconds, just about a minute. Wow.
Yeah, that is not a time we're accustomed to hearing at any point in this tournament. That is really saying something. And Don's got some good setups here. He just needs a couple more yellows and one more blue. Oh, and a yellow
Oh,
blue.
yeah,
That's
that's going
perfect.
to do it.
Out of
And
121. That's a good time.
yeah, that is a good time. And but he's back by 10 and a little bit of a tricky opening here or sort of start to the mid game for Riggs, who's got a lot of red on top of this board, not getting it, but he's been really able to navigate all of the blue and blue yellow that he has been getting so that he can take that stuff out at the bottom of the board.
Yeah, he's making some conscious decisions not to get any more drop time than he needs to. Made a very good call there. Well, he had the fat log set up.
Yeah, interesting.
mm, Did not take it. And well, we'll see if
There we
he
go.
there you
There
go.
you go. Yep.
I mean, it was
And
there, it was just waiting.
and yeah, I was so focused on whether he was going to get that. Dawn looking very good on the left-hand side of your screen. Now, columns 1 and 2, not what I love to see, but this double red going to clear that situation right up. You don't love to see your far left or right and the column next to it in the same color, but looking pretty good. Very good combo for Dawn. Nice
A
and
lot of
tidy.
really good plays, and he's needed that because it's a 234 for, Riggs and on about 5 seconds behind, but that's a lot of time that he made up because, Riggs entered level 7
Mm.
at about a minute, so, yeah, definitely looking good for Dawn as far as doing what he needs to do to get caught up and give us a really good game.
Yeah, but Don has had a little bit of a problem with this opening. He had a good pill laydown for a horizontal and a combo, but laid it down the other way, and he's still dealing with that. He's fixed it all up now, but notice it's a little bit tricky and definitely had a misdrop there earlier, but is using that yellow strategically in column 3.
Definitely strategic garbage there, and, oh, I love this triple option for him. Decides not to take the yellow blue over there. Has another triple option over in column 3 as well. Uh, so columns 1 and 3 kind of waiting for Dawn to get. He would hope for a double red.
Oh, did
He's
not
not going
tuck
to be
it
able
in
to
for
use it.
that lightning bolt. Interesting.
Yeah,
But
let's see. Okay, there's one double as Riggs almost out of his level 8. Needs one red. There he's going to get it out at a 408. Again, just blazing time for Riggs.
mhm. And, Riggs, his last round 1 win was against Influx of all people, one of the gold standards of the game. So he really does know how to throw down, and that was in a decider. So, someone who's on fire like Dawn, that could be the perfect target for for Riggs.
Yeah, 421 out for Dawn, and if there were a board that would give him an opportunity to catch up, it is the board that Riggs is
Mhm.
facing down. It is not friendly for anything, although this is not what he did. Okay, I was going to say this blue-red is going to be perfect as it was going to set up a combo over on the right-hand side. Let's see if he drops this one in column 6. Now, he's got that tunnel vision again, and that the blue reds are what he needs to finish out this. Okay, he's gonna use a double blue for it. That's gonna work as
Mm.
well.
Oof, beautiful combo from Dawn, just taking out so much of that board and regaining the lead. And as you were saying, a board that you want to take a lead back, and I was saying, oh, that's Dawn's board. This is a gorgeous board here, and he's doing everything right with it.
Yeah, actually, I was saying that if what Riggs has is what Don wants to see because it has not been a pleasant board
Mhm.
at all.
Yeah, this
And
is so close. Want a double red for Riggs really badly, but looks like he could
he'll-
manufacture that double horizontal. So close. Oh, and the misdrop there from Dawn.
oh, Riggs still waiting on reds though, and once he gets this red, he's gonna need more reds. And has a yellow blocking it off, so this could go either way,
Oh, 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 oh,
and
and
it is
that
gonna
is
be small.
it. Oh, yeah, and I mean, Dawn was a little bit ahead by the timer anyway, so Riggs was operating under a tighter bit, but wow, that was an excellent comeback there from Dawn.
Absolutely, 10 seconds. So, I mean, he built up quite a bit of time back after a really disastrous level 6. Not even a disastrous 6, just an extraordinary 6 from Riggs.
Mhm, yeah,
Alright, well, it's all gonna come down to this then.
yeah, and this is our first decider of the evening, so we hope there are many more of those to come, so we get as much Dr. Mario as we can stand. Very exciting.
Yes, indeed, and we've got our readies, and we got our 3, 2, 1 pills in chat.
Bills.
And a decent starter board for Riggs. I think a better starter board uh, for Dawn though, as it may not be here in just a second, but for right now, he's got access to a lot of options. Is just gonna be lacking the yellow here pretty soon, but so far so good. Neither player really making any major mistakes.
Mm-hmm. Now Dawn's going to need quite a bit of blue here. Makes a blue horizontal. And that makes sense because, there's that blue up there high in column 3, and just clearing that one out isn't really going to do much to advance any other plans. So notice he's going to take this down, make a nice combo to go horizontally, and keep moving that board along. But it's going to be a lot of red and yellow there for Dawn.
Meanwhile, over on Riggs' side, it's the same thing. It's just red and yellow that he needs. Not sure that was the most efficient setup, but yeah, he's going to be looking at a lot of red when he gets done with all of this. He was hoping, I think, to take these reds out horizontally in column 7 and 8. Does not have the opportunity for that now. Well, has made the opportunity for that. As we see Dawn out at was it a 121 maybe?
Yeah, 121. He had a great L, yeah, and just finish off that board so efficiently, taking out blues and making space for low drop clears.
And Riggs losing out on getting what he needed. Is going to get it here with this red, but it is still going to be some drop time. He's going to be out at a 157, not the time he wanted to see.
Mm-mm. Yeah, and certainly anything close to that does feel like a disaster when you're at this level. And Dawn is already half a level there ahead of Riggs. And good combo opportunities, lots of low drop clears. Going to stack this double red on top of column 1, and if he happens to get a red blue, that's going to be a beautiful lightning log. He doesn't go for it, so he's probably going to save that red until the very end, and this is great. He's got a nice horizontal opportunity here, cleaning this
Yeah,
out so quickly.
very smart play from Dawn. And Riggs making some smart plays himself, has himself down to just like 15 viruses. Oh, that was not the play he wanted. Column 1 and 2, that was a misdrop over on that left-hand side. But he gets the pills that he needs to work everything out. But it's Dawn out at a 254, and that is a good time for him, and just everything's looking good as he is in his level 8.
Mm-hmm. And very nice drop vertical into horizontal for Dawn. Now, blue is going to be a little tricky to navigate around. I think he's going to want some blue reds. And keep those blues coming, but maybe not a blue yellow. Yep, gonna use that strategic garbage, and the double yellow comes at just the right time.
All right, now I'm curious how Riggs is planning to set this up. It is technically possible. No, it's not technically possible to get
No,
that
it
out.
was gonna be
It
really
was,
convoluted.
but out at a 346, and I mean, that's definitely making up time off of an almost 2-minute level 6, but Dawn already very close to the end of this level. I know it's
Hmm.
he's got himself where he wants to be.
Yeah, these are really efficient plays. That left-hand side was masterful, making sure that he could tuck appropriately and clear out the blues in column 1. So now he's just working through, gonna figure out how to get the reds out in the most efficient way possible. And it looks like, yep, he's gonna go with these red yellows. It's interesting when you do have all of one color, basically, you're like, okay, red yellows over here, red blues over here. You've got it all planned out. And he's already into his level 9 at about a 435.
Yeah. Riggs is down towards the bottom of his board. Just needs access double blue, exactly what he would want to see. And interesting choice there
Mm-hmm.
with the setup. I don't dislike it. Yeah, there we go. Red
Oh, but
blue.
I thought he was gonna put
Yeah,
the red blue to drop down on top. That would have been slightly more efficient there. Meanwhile, Dawn getting nice double red, just what he needed. Ugh, excellent combo there from Dawn. He's really finding his rhythm, and the RNG is cooperating. Love to see both of those things happening at the same time.
yeah, yeah. Really good looking plays from Don. Rigs out at a 520, and Don now still has such good color diversity on the top of his board. He's got a place to put practically anything except maybe a red yellow, uh,
But
which is where
now,
he gets
yeah.
it.
Yeah, I mean, even with a couple of columns covered in blue, there's so much room to maneuver, so it didn't make that much of a difference. Really nice play from Dawn, and it's going to take out this last blue in short order. Oh, a blue red is exactly what you want to do that with, and he's got a horizontal setup for these reds. So nicely done. Dawn is definitely going to take this one out at a 608.
So really good time for him. His Actually, it's going to drop his average. He was playing so fast last month that his average is a 557. So
So his
that's
average is going to uh
drop
go.
from a level that good. Yeah, a level block that great. All right, GG's to our players, and